everyone, and welcome to the main story for patch 3.5. Beginning with tidings from Gyarabania. Already start with those tough names. Tataru has a request for you.
Ah, Alex, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favour? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise.
Okie dokie.
You're familiar with Rowena's House of Splendors, aren't you? Wait for me at the Diamond Forge and I'll be along shortly.
And I believe, yeah, I'm sure that everyone says the same things as in the last patch. Alright, so yes, I'm very excited for this, although this is the first part of the end of 3.x, or the Heavensward story in its entirety. So I'm a bit, well, you can imagine, but we can only wait and see what will happen. Didn't need to hit that. Alright, so let's head over to, I guess, this place. Is it upstairs or in here? Ah! Waiting for Tataru.
I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments.
Okay. Why?
Right, everyone? Ready to go to work. No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Hee hee hee.
All right.
There, all finished. The warrior of light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe.
Intrepid. But why did you do that exactly?
Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Alex. All in good time. Aha! Found you! Alfie now wants everyone in the Salar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seems to think it's very important. Go on. We have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting.
So I'm guessing that that's in response to everyone's constant complaining that everyone in the Scions gets a new outfit except for you. Ooh, so that intrigues me as to what our potential outfit could be. I mean, technically, whatever.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
Oh, alright, getting straight into the voice acting.
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elysée. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Oh, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
What? You've been adventuring with someone else? How dare you!
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did you... You stole her! Please, you have to help her!
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I shall depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich, and encourage him to send an envoy. Tataru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Well, that's not at all foreboding, is it?
After conferring with Y'shtola, we have decided to focus our attention on the East Shroud. Someone needs to keep an eye on the border, not to mention the Sylphs.
I'm not used to his new voice. I'm used to it being a lot higher.
I hate leaving Nargo like this, but I know Kryl and Tataru will take care of her.
I also put the wrong inflection on that.
Tataru and Kryl took that resistance fighter to more private chambers that she might recuperate in peace. The poor girl was quite a state, wasn't she?
Gotta talk to everyone. I've missed out on enough before because of it. Even when casting the same incantation, the mastery of each practitioner greatly affects the efficiency of the spell. A principle that was aptly demonstrated by our two younger mages here.
We have some training in the healing arts, so we shall take turns with Mistress Kryl in caring for her patient. Oka, in particular, seems rather eager to learn from the experience.
Mistress Kryl and Oka on Y'shtola are truly exceptional healers, and 'twas an honour to witness their ministrations firsthand. If only I could lend my brother's battle alerts, tend to my brother's battle alerts with such proficiency. I have much study ahead of me. I believe she said her name was Nago. Her cause appeared to have been genuine, but I must confess to feeling no small degree of trepidation even as I stepped aside.
We were all surprised by our sudden visitor, but Hori was able to gauge the situation at a glance. He realized the Mikote posed no immediate threat and permitted her to enter. But that didn't mean he wasn't alert for some manner of a trap. Ah, yes, mayhap the Elder is the finer man after all.
I wonder what Isildur would have said about our wounded visitor. His own injuries yet keep him abed, and I miss savouring a cup of tea alongside his usual observations. Alright, so is that everyone? Seems like it. Let's have a quick check in here. I mean, Uno will be in here probably. But I didn't think anyone else would be. Alright. Oh, so we're already I just realised we're already finished our first quest in this. I guess it's a good way of setting up the story. So, okay, off to... Oops. Foundation it is. Let's go and say our good old friend. Pichu! So we've got to have a meeting of all of the heads because of the bloody Alamegan resistance. Well, not quite the resistance, more the Griffin. Ba 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 bum 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 ba da 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 do 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 do.
Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard?
Lots of things, basically. I need to see Sir Emmerich.
I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich.
Sure, she had a stronger voice than that. My voice acting's not on point for this patch. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will, of course, send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Well, not mine alone at any rate. Given the imminency of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons. Prior to proceeding, will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handler that he is to lead in your absence.
Yes, Lord Commander.
Alex, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury, speed you on your way. Oh, you too. Tidings from Gyarabania. Bum ba ba ba. Bum bum ba ba. An envoy for Ishgard. Lucia seems eager to set forth for Gridania.
If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives.
Retaking our place in the Eorzean Alliance is a vital step in reforging our bonds with the wider realm. The Temple Knights stand ready to honor the promise our nation has made. Alright, where are the gates of judgment? Wait, so... Alright! Didn't expect that. I mean, how long has it been since we've been here? Or rather, been there? So, I suppose that makes sense, because not everyone, like, teleports around like we do. So, the poor folks do have to walk. I can't imagine how long half of this stuff would take, like, in real time, if it was walking speed. The Ark of the Worthy. Crossing the steps, sir! That I am. Also, think about how long this would take. This bridge is bloody massive. So I wonder who our envoy is going to be. Or rather, if it's even going to be someone I've met before.
You are perhaps wondering who will represent Ishgard in the council? As this is a military matter, I would not be surprised if Sir Emmerich nominated himself. He is yet Lord Commander of the Temple Knights after all.
No, I don't think it's going to be him. It's wording it so that it sounds like it's going to be someone else. Someone from the Oshvan family? Oh no, or Sir Emmerich himself. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. No, not, I concede, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not, in good conscience, make the decision alone. Not with an ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. That makes sense to me. Are we going to teleport there, or is it just going to... No, it's going to walk me from over there to here. Alright? I mean, we can teleport to there, but we'll just walk over. So, I've been wondering, because I've looked at the patch notes for 3.5, so I've seen that there are, I don't know how many quests for this, but not a lot. So I wonder if this patch's main story stuff is shorter because of the fact that it's the first half of the story. I mean, I know that we obviously have a dungeon upcoming, which pads the time a little bit. And to be fair, these could be quite long quests. But I guess we'll see. I'm glad that Sir Enric's counterpart saw the wisdom in his coming. Few, if any, in Ishgard can claim to possess his expertise in both politics and warfare. The garrison commander waits inside, or within. Why not accompany me, Alex? You may see a familiar face. May I? Oh! Familiar face indeed.